Round 1, Eastern Conference, the NBA playoffs. The Milwaukee Bucks understand this is only the beginning. A long road lies ahead. They start out the series on hostile ground as they square off against the Pacers. Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Gary Trent is out there with Porter. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. And for the Pacers, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. Nice move. Look at Indiana. And you know, Greg, they've worked so hard to establish home court advantage. And they may need it, having drawn a brutal opponent here in round 1.
Not much of a reward for the season that they just had. You know, many prognosticators think this series could go either way. That makes it crucially important for them to take this first game.
But they're just so happy to be here, right? All the season, all the practices and games, just to be here is such a reward.
A lot of excitement, but also a certain level of anxiety.
So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board.
Well, you're talking 6'11" and big-time length. Send it back, Mr. Turner.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
First team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton. One shot.
One shot.
That's good from Halliburton.
What we know about Tyrese Halliburton, this guy always ready to push the pace. He's got a ton of energy. He's willing to outrun and outwork other guys.
Now here's Porter. Back to Giannis. Just 5 on the clock. Good on the 13-footer.
With defenders having to worry about the drive, the pass, Antetokounmpo can usually find space from the mid-range.
Here's Mathurin. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Mathurin's got 5.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Antetokounmpo against Siakam. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot off.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Free throw, no good.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion, but best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Bucks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Pass to Mathurin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. And here's Porter. Giannis sets a screen for Porter. Off target with his three. Pacers leading by 6. Halliburton with it. Back to Mathurin. Turner with his screen on Porter. Mathurin. Rebound, Milwaukee.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Kuzma can't get it to go. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. And it's Mathurin missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach told me we have to make sure to communicate and help out on defense, specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it'll be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the Greek freak. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Pacers leading by 6. Here's Nembhard. Indiana again missing. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And I don't know that anyone covers as much ground in 1 or 2 strides as Giannis.
Now Nembhard. Nothing on the board. Pass to Siakam. Halliburton outside. Turner with his screen on Porter. Halliburton. Indiana again missing.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Porter passes to Kuzma. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Turner. Trying to end the drought, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so it's Indiana with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Pacers leading by 6, setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Portis. Rollins is out there with Gary Trent. And it's Green, and it's Smith in at the 5. A shot by McConnell, no good. On offense here, the Bucks. Pass to Trent. Launches a 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, range is what Gary Trent gives you, and it's on display right there.
Halliburton for 3. Indiana again missing. Bucks trail by 3. Screen by Smith. Pass to Portis. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Halliburton kicks to Toppin. Over Smith. Toppin can't get it to go. The Bucks shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Here's Trent. Pass to Portis. Fires the 3. Toppin pulls it in.
How hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
McConnell finds Bryant, and Bryant throws it down.
Boy, the ability of Thomas Bryant to play over the top of the defense, so impressive. Gets long and finishes with authority.
Now Trent. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Halliburton passes to Bryant. Over Smith. Bryant's shot is off. Bucks trail by 5. Pass to Rollins. Right wing. There's Portis. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
The Bucks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And that one's good. Green.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Halliburton. Bryant, a screen on Trent. Sinks the triple. Halliburton's got 6.
You have to know how to play pick and roll in today's NBA. Tyrese Halliburton just dissecting the defense with ease right now.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Here are your Indiana Pacers. Wow.
Now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Aaron Nesmith. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Halliburton. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Smith. Antetokounmpo comes in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Green. And Porter subbed in for Rollins. How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball?
Remaining in the first half is last minute.
Porter looking it over. Five to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Good play and great vision from Porter. The pick and roll gets someone open, and he finds it.
Outside Mathurin. Pass to Siakam. Turner with a screen on Giannis. Outside Turner. McConnell with it. With the floater. Kuzma pulls it in. Porter dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Porter. Now Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo inside. He's got 8.
The assist. Gary Trent Jr.
There's a minute left to play in the first half. Pass to Turner. Outside Mathurin. Turner with a screen on Kuzma. And it's Mathurin missing. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Now here's Giannis. The kick out to Lopez. Milwaukee getting another chance here. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
On the court for the Pacers, number 23, Aaron Nesmith.
Nemhard with it. No scoring in this one. Here's Siakam. Just 3 on the clock. No good on that one. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pacers out in front. They lead by a bucket. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Smiles on your face, Brooke. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're thinking about the shot. Here for our contestant.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I like their approach on the boards. Get in there, establish position. Aggressively go after the ball, Ernie.
If they come out on top tonight, Shaq, that's how they're going to do it. By being more active and more physical than the other team.
Looking at this series for the Indiana Pacers, guys, how important is the first game of the series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game 1, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Here's Halliburton. The perimeter pairing with Nemhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton into the 1. That's the Pacers' 5. That one's not going to go. The Bucks trail. Antetokounmpo inside. Siakam's there. Antetokounmpo, no good. Indiana shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Here's Mathurin, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, Antetokounmpo, automatic.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Pass to Turner from outside the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Turner's got 5 points so far.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Mathurin against Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Giannis inside. Covered by Siakam. And it's Giannis missing. Here's Halliburton. And that one's on target from the wing. Now it's a 5-point Indiana lead.
Great shooters trust their shooting motion. Tyrese Halliburton with the jumper.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
The Pacers high crew is here. It's T-shirt time, everyone. Get out right now. Pacers high crew. Keep that energy going.
The Bucks working the ball around. Pass to Trent. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Matherin's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton saying, I'm not just a pure shooter, folks. I've got a little ups in my game.
Inside. Stop the run. Bucket is good.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside Mathurin. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Nemar trying to free himself up. Halliburton, that's good. Halliburton's got 6 in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Porter. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Halliburton outside. Up again. Neesmith, he's checked in for the Pacers. Milwaukee also making some changes. Bobby Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo, and Rollins subbed in for Porter. Bucks trail by 5. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Trent outside, lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Siakam's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kuzma passes to Rollins. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Clock at 6. And here's Trent outside. Good on the three-point shot. Trent's got 6.
It's not just the assertiveness of Gary Trent Jr., folks. It's about the accuracy. I don't care what kind of range he's shooting from.
And Halliburton slams it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. 16 feet away. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pacers lead by 3, and we'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, we've got Green. Prince out there with Rollins. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Livingston in at the power forward. Portis can't get it to go. Pacers leading by 3. Halliburton on the wing, guarded by Prince. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Livingston.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Prince against Toppin. Prince the screen. Collins the pass to Livingston. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Halliburton on the wing. Defended by Prince. Bucks trail by 3. Pass to Portis. Prince outside. Portis sets the bit for Prince to tie it up. It's good from long range. Prince has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bucks.
This guy has spent his career underrated. Prince can stretch the defense and do a lot of little things for you.
And Bryant kicks to Halliburton. The shot, no good. Prince with the defensive effort. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Rollins. Outside, Green. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Pacers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Here's McConnell. Halliburton outside. Tapping his screen on Rollins. Halliburton. That doesn't go either for Halliburton.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Rollins the pass to Portis. That shot off. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Neesmith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
2 shots. Aaron Neesmith.
He misses the free throw. Some changes for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Bryant. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. And Andrew Nemhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And he sinks the second.
It should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
Trent outside. Back to Porter. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Indiana.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
That one is off. And Indiana making a change here. Matherin's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Oh, Antetokounmpo will not be denied on that drive.
Hey, he knows. He's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He begged his players to keep it simple out there. He told them 1 possession at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard. What's most important is running our plays and being aggressive defensively. We'll see if they can follow that game plan. Guys?
Thank you, David. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee in the lead. 1:30 left in the 4th quarter. Now here's Matherin, the fast break chance.
And wow, Matherin, the youngster making his presence known.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the 4th. Antetokounmpo inside. Siakam's there. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Great D that time from Giannis. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Kuzma passes to Giannis. Siakam pulls it in. And so here is Indiana. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Kuzma against Matherin. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Porter, and he drives in. The rebound by Halliburton. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Siakam outside. For the win. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast.
Here we go.
And here's Porter, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. And Indiana shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. That puts them in the lead. Halliburton's got the first basket here in overtime for Indiana.
Tyrese Halliburton has it cooking, guys. He's created good offensive momentum, and he's keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Antetokounmpo against Siakam. Antetokounmpo, no good. Indiana leading. Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
It's good.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Just a huge bucket there, and you're right. I mean, the key was finding the matchup where they had the clear size advantage and putting it to use.
Here's Siakam. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
If you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
Siakam up top. Antetokounmpo defending. Kuzma against Mathurin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Benedict Mathurin, not a guy who's going to get rattled right in the middle of the action in the big-time moment.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Giannis with the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Indiana. We've got 1:08 left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Got it!
Siakam relishes the opportunity to deliver. That's a big-time basket.
Bucks have gone 2 of 5 on shot attempts since the end of regulation.
Gary Trent Jr. has been fearless since the moment he stepped into the NBA. How about that big-time bucket?
Siakam inside, covered by Giannis. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Trent outside. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line, for Indiana, Tyrese Halliburton. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Here's Kuzma. Shot from the inbound. The kick out to Porter. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you can see why they go to Porter Jr. He knows how to get it done in the clutch.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. The Pacers with possession here. And a wide open look for Siakam. No good from 3-point territory. That will count. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line.
Here we go.
Now here's Porter. Giannis outside. Down low, here's Kuzma. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Mathurin, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And you see that extra gear with Mathurin. Gets him to the rim in a blink.
Outside, Porter. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Lopez sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Over Siakam. And the Bucks miss again.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
And it's slammed in by Turner.
Now that's called positioning, and Turner has the verticality to make it easy.
Giannis slashing. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Back to Halliburton. Fader on the way. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Shot from 12. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got 6 rebounds in the game. Siakam outside. Turner with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Siakam's shot is off.
And you get the sense that he's hit a wall here in OT. It just hasn't been much help to them at all offensively.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
To the middle. Here's Giannis. Good D by Siakam.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And this is an advantage of having size in the backcourt. Halliburton using that length to cause trouble.
At the line, for the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee, and a wide open look for Porter, and the Bucks miss again.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. Siakam, high post. And he gets that one to go off the front end. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Timeout called the Bucks. They trail by 7. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
Here's on to highlight reel stuff from Antetokounmpo. My goodness.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And that's an intentional foul.
At the line, for Indiana, Pascal Siakam, 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Make some noise.
Now Trent. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Turner. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. 15 foul. 2 shots. Miles Turner.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
So the Pacers take the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.